All right, so happy Thursday. If you're new to my YouTube channel, my name is Amber Stewart. I am the owner and founder of the Stew Project, which is where I help people maximize their living potential by simply taking emphasis on wellness. And more specifically, I help people who deal with chronic stress, anxiety, or depression, and I help them get through the mental blocks that hold them back so they can live the life of their dreams in a body that they love. So today I wanted to talk about nervous system imbalances, because if you have dealt with chronic stress, anxiety for a long time, or even depression, your nervous system can become imbalanced. And so there are two parts to your nervous system. There is the sympathetic nervous system and a parasympathetic nervous system. And so the sympathetic nervous system is a division of the nervous system that functions to produce. So, all right, so I'm trying to explain this. Oh. All right, anywho, so the sympathetic nervous system is the part of the nervous system that functions to produce localized adjustments such as sweating as a response to increase in temperature, and reflex adjustments of the cardiovascular system. Whereas the parasympathetic nervous system is the quiet rest and digest part of the nervous system. So sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight. Parasympathetic is the one that brings you back down, essentially. So if you've been dealing with either chronic stress, anxiety, or depression, or past trauma for a long time, this can bring your nervous system in imbalance. So you can have a sympathetic nervous system imbalance or a parasympathetic nervous system imbalance. And I just wanted to go over some of the symptoms of the two. And the reason why I'm going over this is because when you are trying to detox, or when you're trying to just take supplements, sometimes the supplements or the detox methods that you go through aren't best for you because of these nervous system imbalances. So if you have a sympathetic nervous system imbalance, you may want to stay away from B vitamins, except for B6 or B12, potassium, and ginseng, because if you take these can make your conditions worse. And so this is why I say, if you have these issues, it's best not to just jump into I'm just going to take this detox. I'm just going to take these supplements because they say it's really good for you. But sometimes you can take them and you feel worse. So in order to get over that, I'm just going to tell you the different symptoms of the parasympathetic imbalance and sympathetic imbalance. So, all right, so first things first, if you have a sympathetic nervous system imbalance, you are considered like a fast oxidizer. So you may have warm hands and feet and a higher body temperature. You may have food cravings for like fats, oils, dairy, red meats. You may crave sugar, starches, and alcohol. You may have high blood pressure and sugar. You may be a sharp, fast thinker with a more positive outlook in extreme cases. But you may be nervous, anxious, and have panic attacks. Other symptoms of people with a sympathetic nervous system imbalance would be irregular heartbeats, arrhythmia, high blood pressure, insomnia, anxiety, asthma, and hives. Where on the other hand, if you have a parasympathetic nervous system imbalance, you would be considered a slow oxidizer. And so these people typically have cold hands and feet, a cold intolerance. You have food cravings for sweet and salty, and a resistance to insulin. And you may have problems with fatty foods due to a sluggish gallbladder. And so sometimes these fatty foods will just sit in the stomach. And now you may tend to have a lower blood pressure and blood sugar with a tendency for dizziness or vertigo. And so your mood is typically sluggishness, lethargy, apathy, and depression. You can get exhausted to where you can't get off the couch, suicidal thoughts from low energy, and crave low fat meats such as chicken, fish, eggs, and you may be vegetarian. And other conditions of people with a parasympathetic imbalance would be hyperthyroidism, chronic fatigue, low blood pressure, dizziness, vertigo, or fibromyalgia. So when you are when you are dealing with these, you definitely need to take two different approaches to your health and your lifestyle. For instance, if you have a parasympathetic imbalance, it may take you days to recover from exercise. So doing a lot of intense workouts may not be good for you. So a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, so just do HIIT, just go to the gym and do all this and that. But it may take you days to recover. So this is why one of the reasons why I do training with my all-inclusive coaching packages, to make sure that the workouts that you do not only helps bring you back into balance, but it doesn't hinder your recovery process. And also moving on to, like, if you have a sympathetic nervous system, moderate exercise would be ideal, because too much HIIT could burn out your adrenals. So you also just have to be mindful of that instead of just jumping into an intense workout. And I think that's one of the things that society often kind of skews people's perception, thinking like if you're not going hard in the gym, then you're doing it wrong. And so you just mentally think like, if I'm not going hard, I'm not seeing benefits. But you can see benefits in exercise when you do what's best for your body, which is always important. So if you feel like you have a nervous system imbalance, let me know. Other than my all-inclusive coaching packages, I also have holistic nutrition programs, one-on-one coaching at affordable prices. So if you're interested in finding balance and overcoming these issues or these problems so that you can, one, restore your mental health, two, improve your physical health, and three, live the life that you want, then just let me know, because I have the solutions that you need. I offer supplementation, and the process is pretty simple and done for you and easy, as long as you don't mind doing the work. I make the process easy for you as long as you do the work. So I hope this helps. And just remember to not just do everything that you see in the media, and that it's always best to go to a specialist if you are trying to improve your health. So have a good one.